Bonjour, mon amis! It's Mrs. Wills here. We are talking about the area of parallelograms. And we are in Chapter 2, Lesson 2-3. And if you turn to page 67, we're just going to do a few examples together of how to find the area of a parallelogram. Now let's build on what you guys already know. You guys know how to find the area of a rectangle. And what you do is you guys know that it's length times width. So if the length is 3 centimeters and the width is 4 centimeters, 3 times 4 is going to equal the area. So in this case, it's going to be 12 square centimeters. Well, you guys have just learned, you just visited a link that talks a little bit more about parallelograms. And basically, parallelograms are quadrilaterals. They are four-sided shapes where the opposite sides are equal in length and parallel. So if you take a look at your book, and I also have these up here, the image for number 26, that's a parallelogram. It looks a little different to you because it doesn't have that shape of a rectangle and a square where we have those right angles at the corners. It looks like it's a tilted rectangle, but it's the parallelogram. Opposite sides are equal in length and they're parallel. Basically, what we do to find the area of a parallelogram, just like a rectangle and a square, is we're going to use a slightly different language. Instead of length times width, we're going to use base times height. It's the same thing, but just a little different language. Now, so if we take a look at number 26, let's find the base, also known as the length. That's going to be your bottom number. So here's the base, and in this case it is an 8. So we have 8. Now the height might be tricky to find because we have the number 4 and we have the number 6. Just so you know, to find the height, always look for this little square right there with a dotted line. That is going to tell you that that is the number that goes along with it. That's the height, always. So we have 8 as our base, we have 4 as the height. So 8 times 4 is going to give us the area. So 8 times 4 is 32. And with area, we always label it as a square, like square centimeters, square inches. In this case, it is square centimeters. Now, let's talk a little bit about perimeter. In the last lesson, you guys learned that perimeter is not the amount inside an enclosed shape. It is the distance around the outside. Now, this 6 is going to be important. We're not going to use that 4 anymore because that's on the inside. Now we want perimeter outside. So we have an 8. If this side is 8, the opposite side is going to be 8 centimeters. And if this side is 6 centimeters, then this side is 6 centimeters. So we have 8 and 8, which is 16, plus 6 and 6 is 12. Add those together, and you get 28. So your perimeter is 28. Now we're talking adding up lengths. No square, that's only for area, so in this case it's just going to be centimeters. Now let's look at 27 and do 27 together, and then we're going to have you try a few on your own. Now if you look at 27, again, here's a parallelogram. Four-sided shape, opposite sides are equal in length and they're parallel, which means their lines don't cross. So to find the area of a parallelogram, we multiply the base times the height. So remember, that height is going to be that dotted line that you see with this little square, which means it's a right angle. So our base is going to be 4 centimeters. Our height is going to be 5. 4 times 5 is 20. It's area, so we want to give it that square in its label, and it's going to be square centimeters. Remember, perimeter, distance around the outside. So what we know about parallelograms, opposite sides are equal. So if this is 4, this is going to be 4 centimeters. If this is 6 centimeters, this side is going to be 6 centimeters. So 6 plus 6 is 12. We want to add up all the sides. 4 plus 4 is 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. So it just so happens that the perimeter is the same number as the area. However, the label is different. Instead of square centimeters, it's just going to be centimeters. So what we're going to have you guys try is we're going to have you guys go to page 67, and let's have you guys try 28, 29, 30, and 31 on your own, and let's have you check it on your PowerPoint presentation. Adios!